All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations unto you, Akim, who go out throughout the four corners of the earth to push this truth, risking your lives and freedom to do so. Shalom. Another day in Babylon. About to go out on the line and push this truth. But I'm reading this book called Black Indians, and in this book, there's a lot of fun information up in here. Right, so I'm gonna see if I can't find what I was reading on. Yep, this is the book Black Indians, Chapter 2, and starting on page 27. It's called "It Began with Columbus," and I'm actually going to go to page 28. And starting on the third paragraph down. To meet their need for more laborers, Europeans looked next to Africa. Right, because I'm going to read one paragraph up. Las Casas led a determined effort to halt Indian bondage. He pointed that the Indians died off by the thousands from slavery and European diseases. Forced labor in Spanish mines in the Americas was so harsh, the average worker died before he was 26. Right? To meet their need for more laborers, Europeans next looked to Africa. The strongest sons and daughters of Africa were seized in their homes or fields or purchased from local traders. They were packed into cargo ships and shipped across the Atlantic. Thomas Brannigan, a Dublin youth who for many years served as a seaman aboard slave ships, described the boarding scene. Children are torn from their distracted parents, parents from their screaming children, wives from their frantic husbands, husbands from their violated wives, brothers from their loving sisters, sisters from their affectionate brothers. See them collected in flocks like a herd of swine driven to the ships. They cry, they struggle, they resist, but all in vain. No eye pities, and no hands help. Right? And I want to get into some scriptures that go along with that. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, and I'm going to start at 15. Alright. But it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right? And that is exactly what happened. Jumping down to verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look, and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. The fruit of thy land and the fruit of thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be oppressed and crushed away, which is exactly what happened to so-called Gadites, you so-called Native Americans who are actually from the tribe of Gad, according to the Holy Bible, and you so-called Negroes, which are of the tribe of Judah. Right? This is exactly what was prophesied to happen to you, and it has happened. And accounts of it are written all through this book called Black Indians. Reading on, verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. And we just read the account of that from that young boy that was aboard these ships helping Esau gather Judah. Right? And then I'm going to jump over here to 49. We'll start at 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. And that's exactly what happened. He sent this white man from Europe, who's actually originally from the Caucasus Mountains. He sent him here in hunger and in thirst and in want of all things. And that is why he utterly destroyed the Native Americans, right? They're still around, but they are no longer a people, right? They are what the United States government has made them. Right? Verse 49, Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, right? Was not Europe far from where the nation of Israel was at that time? From the end of the earth, as far as the eagle flieth, right? Because when they were here in America, so-called America, right, he sent the so-called white man. And what's his symbol that he came with? The eagle. As swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. We didn't speak Latin, Greek, French, English, Old English. We didn't speak these languages. Right, we spoke a broken form of Hebrew. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of old, nor show favor to the young. Right? And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. You know, he came to this land. He didn't show favor to the old. He mostly killed old, elderly, youth, children under 10, and women. And that's how he utterly destroyed us. Now, ultimately, it was the Most High Yahweh was doing, right? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It was his doing. But for our wickedness, as verse 15 showed in Deuteronomy 28, for not obeying his laws, statutes, and commandments, we had hell to pay, man. So this current situation that we're in is because of our own doing, right? But Esau, he furthered the affliction when he was supposed to, let off and stop. He furthered the affliction, and he kept going, and he's still going to this day. And this is Deuteronomy 28 and 68, just going along with what was read in the book Black Indians. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And when you get into that word Egypt, it simply means bondage, house of bondage. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies. And who's our natural born enemy? Esau. And who sold us? These Hamites, these Africans, and these Ishmaelites, these Arabs. Right? For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, meaning no man shall save us. And who saved us? Aren't we still in this current condition? Now, maybe not with whips, but with the police. These people that are getting killed off by the police is the same thing as these slave revolts that were being taken down by these people they hired to guard the slaves. That's the same thing as the police today. So with that, hey man, this is a good book to check out. Again, it's called Black Indians by William Loren Katz. It's just something that I'm reading, and scriptures pop into mind when you start reading into these books, even if it's secular history, because there was prophecies that were put forth by Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai about our people and where we would be in these last days, and give us identifiers, ways to identify that we are the nation of Israel, because he knew our heritage would be discontinued, as it says in Jeremiah and Isaiah. But with that, we're gonna wrap it up. Give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Bashem Rakakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders, and to you Akim and you brothers, man. Shalom. You know, stay strong, keep pushing this truth.